I am sure sports. You know me there. I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy, 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 boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you a go love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Yes. Good morning, subscribers and viewers. So good to have you this morning on I Am Sure Sports. It's indeed my great pleasure to always have you on with me. I have some very important information to share with you today. But before we get into all of that, let us give credit to whom credit is due. First and foremost, we hail the Most High, the one who created the heavens and the earth, because it is in him we live and move and we have our beings. If it had not been for the Lord on our side, then where would we be? So we give thanks to the Most High God. Right. Also want to say, as I mentioned that listen, recently I did an interview. I want to look at this book, right, with Garfield Ratty Robinson, former Camperdown football player, represented Jamaica at the youth level. And he gave me a copy of this book, right? Look at it. Questions dear to ask, right? And it says 35 questions from scriptures that still matter today. Listen, got it, because readers are leaders, so I read books every single month. I read like 2 to 3 books every month. And this has been a practice of mine for many years. And so I want to encourage you that whether you are religious or not, to get this book. It is very good. So I'm recommending it to you. And Mr. Robinson, well done. It's awesome to know that a former footballer, has written, penned such important words that are applicable in today's culture, in this modern contemporary culture that we're living in. He has written a book, from the scriptures that applies in the different areas of life. And so I encourage you, if you can, get a copy, show him some love and support. I'm not just doing this because I want you to purchase the book. I'm doing it because I think the information in there, the principles can be applied to your life and make major differences. All right. Also want to thank our sponsors, Prestige Finance. Yes, lending a helping hand when you need it most. They are located in Linstead, St. Catherine, and they are offering loans up to 100,000 Jamaican dollars with little to no interest rate, between 1 to 4%. That is right. You can call them at 876-884-7390. No processing fee and same day processing. Check them out. Give them a call right now. You want to start a little business. You need to get yourself out of some problems. Link them up right now. Also, want to thank Legacy, Launch Legacy. Yes, Launch Legacy. Also on board with us, right? Launch Legacy, handle risk, seek legacy for all your personal insurance needs in Canada and the USA. Visit them at launchlegacy.com or call or text 647 989 0782. Listen, it's better you have it and don't need it than need it and don't have it. Get the information about insurance, leaving a legacy for your sons and your daughters. Do that right now. Someone is right there, right now, to speak with you. So check out Launch Legacy. Show them some support. Let them know you heard about them from I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, man. So big up Ricardo in the building. Big deal. Len in the building. Yeah, man. Sword Cry. Bless up the Clarendon, man. Yeah, man. Big up Marlon Morrison as well. Daniel Smith, the man from West. Bless up yourself, my brother. Grace and peace. You understand me? Pink Wall in the building. Virginia, don't tell me how the documents them go yet, you know. You're saying that let me put up this comment. My name is, where can we get that book to purchase? It is on Amazon, you know. But I can also give you his number and you can call him because he actually got it delivered to me right here in St. Anne, because that's where I'm located right now for but while know people we have to leave when you know, boy, I don't know where to go work, but we're working on things because we need to leave the place too long. Right? But I have to leave to return, you understand? But we're gonna work it out for you, my people. You understand me? It has been too long. Countryman inside the building, bless up. Dima! The prodigal son continues to stay. He has not returned. He has returned and he has stayed. All right. So bless up, bless up, bless up, bless up, bless up. Yeah, man. But check out it. Very, very interesting book. So let's just dive into some headlines from today in terms of sports information that is out there. Dumb Beholden continue their winning way. Their second game they had a win yesterday. Played some brilliant football, and they easily disposed of Mobile United by 3 goals to nil in JPL action. Right, Cavaliers also were defeated, playing with 10 men. They were defeated by Waterhouse, who they incidentally, when Waterhouse and Cavaliers played in the finals at the end of the season last season, Waterhouse had 10 player Nikolai Finlayson was red carded, and in that game, here's what happened. In that game, Cavaliers won, but Waterhouse got the better of them, defeating them by 3 goals to nil in this game. Two very good games. Portmore today will tackle Portmore United will tackle Arnett Gardens, and the second game we'll see Vere going up against Mullines. Two very interesting games. I think that the quality of the JPL is looking better. It's not there yet, but I think it's getting there. You can see that the coaches are putting in the work, and so we want to yeah, man, continue to promote the league and support the league. I think though one thing I will say is that the league needs to get the jerseys, the numbers in the back of the jerseys. The league needs to get names, sorry, in the back of the jerseys. You have people watching from overseas. They don't know the names of the players. And when a player ring a bell, we want to know the name. So 2 rounds now are going to be completed. We want to see the names in the back of the jerseys for the 3rd round. That cannot be too difficult to do. It cannot be. So, organizers, sponsors, I'm going to reach out to Mr. Christopher Williams and Mr. Rudolph Speed. If you're listening, please get the numbers in the back of the jerseys for the people that want to know the player's name. So when they are talking and discussing it, they can remember their name. So don't let the 3rd round get going and get completed without the numbers being in the back. Also remember that in the second part of the show, you can call in. We're going to have some former national players on the program today. I think we're going to have Paul Young and Altiman Butler. We could have a couple more joining to give their views on the squad and what they expect from the game that we are going to be playing. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a very, 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 very interesting show this morning. Let me take some more of your comments, and then I will give you some news. I'll share with you Paul Hall's comment about his squad, and hopefully that can put to rest some of the comments that have been made. Sir Mannings Man, good morning to you, sir. Thanks for not just using this platform for sport, but to glorify God as well. Enough respect and love, my brother. There you go, Christopher Colorado. We have to do that. We have to do that. You understand me? And I mean, every moment of every day, I get an opportunity to, I want people to know that, listen, we're living. You know what is funny? I was listening to one of the sports program today, and the same thing I was saying yesterday, that the space is getting so volatile and so um very uncomfortable for people. How we attack people, attack people, attack people, attack people, attack people verbally. All right, we need to stop it. We need to use these platforms, all of us, vloggers, persons in the comment section, to help bring peace. 126 murders, people, in this month alone. It has increased from last year, and there have been again more state of emergencies and curfews in communities, and it is happening. Imagine if those measures were not in place, we probably would have been at 250 odd murders. And so when we come into these spaces, I want to encourage every single person to, in all your dialogue, show respect and bring some peace. In all, it is very important. Let us set a standard. Let us set a standard and let it, you know, infect, you know, yeah, the people around us. Demo boss, Captain the Scorpions. What? Whoa, Demo boss, Captain. The Jamaica Scorpions. Awesome, man. Big up Demo boss. Congratulations. Yeah, man. Really, 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 really. Yeah. Must be in the what? In the tennis ball cricket league. Yeah, I heard what happened outside the stadium. That there was, I mean, and even children died, so condolences to all the families. And I also know that Coach Minzy is celebrating from the coach's desk. He's celebrating his birthday today. So happy birthday to you, Coach Minzy. Big up, because you're doing a great, great work. And that's what we do over here. We support all vloggers. I tell the people, I don't want anybody to be so loyal to me that they cannot listen to anybody else. Well, it's your personal choice. But listen, I want you to support all the vloggers. If you subscribe to their channel, you understand me? It doesn't hurt me if you subscribe to a man's channel. Really and truly, subscriptions and views. I don't know if you know this. If you're not in the millions, you really don't benefit. You understand? So support the channels and let the words go out. And that is my encouragement to you. Yeah. Yeah, man. Big up Demo on your new appointment. The SpongeBob cricket boss, captain of the SpongeBob cricket team. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, man. You're absolutely right. I'm talking the names of the players in the back. Roderick Sharp, bless up. King Jav, man is for life. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Bless up, bless up. That's what you must do for me, King Javi. Make everybody in your space get it and share it. 1738 indeed. Yeah. There you go. The 1738. Who know. And who no. You understand me? Who don't know. We try to keep it that way. Who know about the 1738? Know about the 1738. You understand me? Yeah, man. Bless up, Coach Minzy. Happy birthday. I hear that you're, I can't believe it, Coach Minzy. Say you're, what, 59? You look young still for a 59-year-old, man. Bless up yourself. Bless up yourself. I can't believe it. Yeah, man. Tennessee Lewis. Blessings, my brother. Blessings. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shout out, Coach Minzy, people. I'm earth strong today. I hope Jamaica can give him a nice birthday present. Come. Yeah. Oh, oh, you're playing with Demo. It's John Campbell. Yeah, man. It's what I want to know, Richard Stevens and Mr. Holmes. Is it that the competition still goes on? Because I know the games were cancelled. Is it that they're going to put off the whole competition because of this? Or it is that they're going to continue. You say, Coach, he's not 59. Coach means to tell the people them your age, man, and don't play with the thing. Tell the people them your age. Tell the people them your age, Coach Minzy. Because them think I joke me and make Yeah, man, Coach Minzy are 59, man. Yeah, man, me no mean him born 1959, He's 59. But all right, so let me just give you, like I said, we have a couple of guests coming on. So let me give you some information that you might not have heard. All right. In fact, you know what? I'm going to verify something right now with another guest. All right, sorry about that. Was just trying to get some information. So just got some information, right? So let me help you. All right. Sorry that you couldn't hear. Yeah, but yeah, I was trying to get some information. All right. So let me just share with you something quickly. Now, um, the it has you know information that I've received is that the physical trainer is still in Peru, and this is because the physical trainer um was showing signs of having COVID, and then he did a test, and it proved that he had COVID. So he had to stay because obviously he cannot travel until he has cleared all protocols, right? That makes sense. All right. So what does that mean? All right. So what I am also understanding is that, and this is no fault of the person that I'm going to mention or the administration, but somehow when the tests were done, one of the players who was tested to be positive and they said he had no symptoms, there was a mix up with his testing result and the physical trainer result. So the physical trainer was positive from that time and asymptomatic, and the player never had COVID. Make sense? So what happened is that that player didn't go on the trip. You see his name in the description, and the physical trainer went and started showing symptoms. I think it's a very unfortunate situation for the player. Very unfortunate that he didn't get the opportunity, um to travel because of this mix up, right? I don't know how the mix up happened, but that is what happened. So when the physical trainer arrived in Peru, he started showing symptoms, and because of that, the physical trainer was basically, he had to remain in Peru. So I'm suspecting that there's someone else on board, offering physical training, for the player. I think the biggest casualty in this is the player who, um, you know, is a player who would have had a chance, and this is Alex Marshall, who probably would have had a chance to display his skill, and it just never happened. You say, if it is not one thing, it's the other. I tell you, man, always something happening. Um, um, if it's a physical trainer, everybody have. No, well, they were tested, you know. 'Cause remember, you have to be tested before you can travel back. So they were tested, and no one showed any signs. And they were tested when they got back to Jamaica. So no one has any sign. Oh, is it? Yeah. So I don't know how the samples kind of got mixed up that way. But it's very unfortunate because a player could have had an opportunity to impress the coach. Yeah, yeah, Rob Smith. I don't know who, like, you see, this is where even our culture is so relaxed concerning certain things, because I am sure that there are players in other jurisdiction who would have probably brought up like lawsuits if they believe that this has denied them an opportunity. But our culture, our systems are not like that. You understand me? And therefore, I think it has just gone. It just happened. It happens. And if this player never represent the national team again because of this one opportunity, well, so be it. And I think we need to look at things. And then when you hear these things, you have to wonder if there are more, situations like this, not just with national teams, but yeah, but just in general. Have I don't know. Is it that you don't record the name of the person with the samples that you take, or when you're giving back the test result, it don't match up with a name? I don't know how the test is done. If they did it as a group, and I don't know. Like, I I can't explain that, but these things are not to happen. They are not to happen, and we must have better systems in place, right? Dima says, by the way, I love how Roof came out on IG and was transparent with his absence. Yeah. And this is what more players need to do. Kemar Roof, he wasn't snubbed. I'm glad that he did that. And I think, listen, I will always support a player in the situation that he is. He came, he gave his all, he got injured. His club flew him back, flew him back to 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 flew him back overseas in Scotland. They took care of him. It took them a very good while. This is from in November. We're almost at the end of December. So it would have been hard for him to come and play. So I'm glad that he came and he explained that. He explained that so that it doesn't look like there is a quote unquote quota system, or it is a snub by the coach, or it's a financial issue. Very important. I'm also glad that, though I would have preferred a press conference, but at least someone asked Paul Hall the right questions. I think it was on TVJ, or one of the radio interviewers who asked Paul Hall about the omission of Anthony Grant. All right. Now, I'm going to paraphrase Paul Hall's response. You can check TVJ. It's on Hits as well, where they ask him the question about the absence of Anthony Grant. And what he said is that he spoke about, he said, tactical reason. So the omission of Anthony Grant has nothing to do with quota, according to the coach. It has nothing to do with money, according to the coach. The coach explained that based on tactical reason, how he wants to play. He says that he wanted a midfielder who is able to take the ball out of defense in midfield, transition it up in the attacking third. And so that led to the exclusion of Anthony Grant and Javon Watson. He also said, he went on and he said, and Javon Watson is on yellow card. I didn't think he needed to add that part, because to me that is suggesting that just maybe if Anthony Grant wasn't yellow carded, he could be in the squad. Right? I don't think he needed to have added that part, but he did, suggesting, in my humble opinion, that if it wasn't for yellow card reasons, Javon Watson would have been included. Would he have been included as a 24th player, or he would have been included at the expense of another player or a next player? All right, almost ending of January, Manins. Yeah. Thank you, Marl. Almost ending of January. Yes, and not December. More people are going to test positive before the Panama game. It takes a couple days to show up. Well, we hope not. We hope not. We hope not. No one else shows any positive test, because I mean, I understand that there are several Panamanian players as well who have tested positive. I know I just took some of the comments, but I'm going to come back to the rest of Paul Hall discussion. Yes, Demo. So the reason, the non-inclusion of Anthony Grant is for tactical reason. So when we suggest that he could have still been included at the expense of an next player, it is not making sense. In other words, the coach clearly stated that for tactical reason, he doesn't see the need for Anthony Grant. So why then would he exclude someone else to include the man that he says he doesn't think would fit into his system right now? It's not making sense, people. All right. What do I believe? I believe, though, that Grant brings something that if I were the coach, I would have included him. But because tactically, I'm not thinking like Paul Hall. So what I have decided to do is to wait until the end of the game to see, based on what Paul Hall is going to do, if we really needed Grant in his system. Because if not, then rightfully, all of us can criticize Paul Hall. But at this time, we must allow him to execute his plans with the players he thinks can give him the best results. It also says to me that, listen, Paul Hall will not be afraid of excluding any player that Paul Hall, thinks doesn't fit his system. Whether you are from England born, or Jamaican born. It is clear to me that Paul Hall is going to select the players, regardless of where they are from, based on their ability to play how he wants them to play. I can't say he saw the need for Haka, you know. So we're gonna look at the tactics. Adrian Armstrong. Anytime you see Haka back in the team, Paul all out. Balakar says, Hall no rate Grant. Talk the truth. That missing Mannings, man. All right. Hear you. Mannings, I don't think he was suggesting he would play Grant. He was giving the reason for the exclusion. Don't think he was suggesting he would play Grant. No, I don't think. Right, he was giving reason for the exclusion of Grant. In Alex Marshall case, I believe, as long as he's fit, he should get another chance based up on the report you gave about mixing up. Yeah, I think so. But when are we going to have any friendlies? No, yeah, right. So that's it. I think he should be just because of this. Yeah, yeah. But South Cry, did I say that he was going to play Grant? No, I think I said that. Let me give you the reason as to the exclusion of Anthony Grant, the tactical reasons why he excluded Grant. Paul believe in a player should be getting playtime at their club. That is how an international. Hey, that's a good point as well. All Sports Jamaica, but Liam Moore is not playing at his club. See what I mean? So by that logic, we're not sure. But I have to go by what Paul says. It has nothing to do with playing at his club. He said it is tactical reason. You're saying it is ridiculous. We hide behind this style of play business. Okay? All right. So, Paul also said this in the same interview. He said he has been tracking and watching Kevin Stewart. Paul Hall said, and Kevin Stewart tactically can do all of that. And all of that means Kevin Stewart can take the ball out of defense in midfield and get the ball in the attacking third. This is suggesting to me that Kevin Stewart, Paul Hall believes, is fit over injuries and will be playing as a starter in the games. Because he suggested that he has been tracking and watching him. So he knows what he can do, how fit he is, and he must believe or must have had conversation with Kevin Stewart and believe that Kevin Stewart will not have any of his recurring injuries. It would be something new. So if you listen to that, Paul Hall knows, and this is the thing, when we want the coach to talk about their tactical stuff and analysis, and when they suggest why they're selecting players, we still have problems. I think if a coach explains tactically what he's going to do and says a certain player fits it best, we have to give him a chance. And it has nothing with hating or disliking players. I can give you many players who coaches at different times have removed from their 11, from their squad, not because the player is not a good player, but they would not flourish in that coach's playing style. Balakar says, management, them done with Paris. No. No, I wouldn't say that. As you'd have heard, I think I've reported on this that Paris is not vaccinated, and I think that could be one of the factors. He was invited to the friendly, and he never made it. Some reports are that he had COVID. Other reports are that it had to do with his agent, who incidentally is the same agent for Shamar Nicholson. And so those are some of the suggestions that are out there as well. But I think there are other opportunities for him. We have National League coming up. Alex will get another chance if he impresses in training. Oh, that's in the Canadian League because yeah. Marshall is unlucky. Such is life. He may not get another shot. And that's no, Adrian Armstrong. I think Adrian Armstrong. I think that is too strong. I think that is too strong. I think given what has happened, I think once he keeps he keeps everything up, he should be given a chance. Culprit in all these divisive narratives is the newspapers, inept reporters. Oh, it, professional pro football FIFA 20. Yeah, explain that a little bit. No spectator for the football game, so I'm watching to see what is going to happen for boys and girls champs. Boy, that's a next big thing out there. That's a next big thing. Mr. Keith Wellington, of course, came on, and as best as possible, he tried to explain spectators. It never made the numbers don't add up. All right, so the rules were broken. That's the truth. Because what he said is that each team on the day were given like 25 accreditations. There were 4 teams, which is a total of 100 spectators. 4 teams, 2 teams in the Ben Francis, 2 in the DaCosta Cup, 100. All right? Then he said that, and the rest of people were possible support staff because it is the final. So in my humble opinion, there were more than 100. I think each of those 4 teams had close to 100 spectators supporting them, especially in the DaCosta Cup. Especially in the DaCosta Cup. So I'm not sold on that. I think that there are other things at work with the JFF and the local government ministry. And I would hope that the media houses that have access to the the government part of business will ask these questions as to what is the reason. What are the primary reasons? Listen, spectators are going to be a champs. It's going to happen. There have been many track and field. Right now, many track and field events are happening, and all of them have spectators. Ain't nobody getting no locked up, no fine, or shutting down or anything. In certain position, has to stick with the playing time rule. We somewhat short of defenders, so I understand more situation. He's experienced. Okay, get that. Yeah, man. Blessings, Gunners boss. Rob Smith says, "Oh, I mean National League. We'll be playing some Caribbean. Oh, Nations League. Okay, Nations League. Okay, so he can get called up for the Nation League. Yeah, that is true. You watch the match yesterday, Mannings. Waterhouse look good. Yeah, man, they really look good. Especially when they were up by 10, up by a man, right? But the Howell guy in midfield who was recently called up, the D mid, a very good player again. You would have seen that. Whether or not, I don't think Alex Marshall would have played, would have been played by Hall. So it not really matter. I'd rather him get the chance and not impress or not get on the field than for this to happen. That's all I'm saying. This ought not to happen because it can happen to my son, and your son. What is going to happen for Olivia Shield this weekend between KC and Garvey Massey? I'm going to tell you this. They're going to clamp down. Issa is going to clamp down because it has come out publicly. I can tell you. I can tell you that is what is going to happen. Only in Jamaica does schoolboy football get a higher priority than the senior national team. Yeah, that is that. My issue is this. This is a national team, right? If it were the Premier League and the JPL and they said no, I could understand. This is a team that is not representing a parish, not representing just a community. It is representing Jamaica globally. You go on ESPN, you go on all the major platforms in all of these countries. They're talking about this game. Talking about this game. If Alvas in the squad, Grant should be Alvas is atrocious tactically. All right. Professional Pro Club, FIFA 20. Let me say it again. The coach said the reason why Grant is not in the squad is because of tactical reason. Why would he say that and say, okay, let me take out Alvas and put Grant in? Come on. Come on. Come on. If it's tactical reason, he believed that the 23 players that he chose instead of Grant in every single one of those positions that he has chosen them for will give him more tactically than Grant. So remember, some of the times we allow our emotions to lead us. Like, this player is good, so pick him. You have to give the coach a chance to play who he, the coach, believe is best to execute his plan as the coach. And if he gets it wrong, then they criticize him. Yeah, I don't know that they were counted. CC. Yeah. Yeah, people, just to remind you when you come on, you know, you can hit the subscribe button, hit the like button and thing. All right, thanks, coach. Means you have been, as a coach, he has been at the trap meet. He's saying that there has been no spectators at the trap meet so far. Yeah, that is good. But let's see what happened when schoolboy football finish, when the focus shift to track and field. See, the truth is, man, most of the fans will not rationally and objectively agree on the team selection, but on but on emotional select. Yeah, like if the coach says, you know what is funny? Let me tell you what is funny. In the initial stages, many people objected to Anthony Grant selection. All right. In the initial stages, many people felt like once Kevin Stewart comes in, then we would not need Grant. Now, the selection has been made that we wanted the team to make before Grant even became an option. And the coach says, based on tactical reasons, I'm going to select Stewart. All I'm saying is that, listen, I think Grant has done enough. I think he has sacrificed and committed to the cause, just how he became ready to play for all of those things. I mean, worthy. And I think, like, he cannot be dismissed. He should be given, because I think he adds value. So my point is not that he's not a good player. It's not that he can't contribute. Like I said, I would have personally selected him. But I must give the coach the opportunity to do what he thinks is best for him. Because if he puts Grant in there and he loses, we are going to criticize him. Listen, if he had selected Grant and not Stewart, and Stewart said, I am available, would have still criticized, and many of us would have still criticized and would have found somebody else to replace. So give the coach a chance. Kevin Stewart is in form at Blackpool right now. From here on, Paul Hall will be selecting from an informed pool of players. World Cup 2026. Guaranteed. World Cup 2026. That it, yeah? See, you give up on this campaign. All Sport Jamaica. Yeah. A class baller, Andre Lewis. Andre Leze, 27 2. For right now, I'll stick with Ramon Howell, 26. Good player. Good player. They have submitted 4 different proposals. The incompetence of the JFF will be called into question again. All right. Listen, I don't know if I would say, because remember, the last game spectators were allowed. Now people are saying, you know why those spectators were allowed? Because Americans were coming to the game. And it would look bad to have Americans in there and not any Jamaican. So maybe there are no Mexicans planning to come to this game. So no Jamaicans need to be there. Can you imagine? You're watching your television and you see 200 Mexicans in the National Stadium come Thursday evening. Nah. People support schoolboy football. People spend money on schoolboy football. People don't buy tickets for national team games. Yeah. Yeah. You have a point there, Rob Simit. You have a point. We're going on the same trajectory as Wales. Okay. What is that? All Sports TV. Qualify for 2026. Big up Robert in the building. Everybody think them a coach. Always know who to pick and who not to pick. There you go. Listen. Robert is a Liverpool fan. All right. Do you remember how many? Do you know that there are many players that Klopp released from Liverpool in his time and brought in players? And some of them were good players. They were good players, but the coach had a system, and you have to give him the opportunity to play the players that best suit his system. Did Paul state the system that he will be employing? Well, he said this. He's going to play a pressing game, right? He need midfielders who can play the ball, take the ball from defense into midfield and in attack. He spoke those things. He spoke about possessing the ball. If you're going to play a way that you're possessing the ball, it means that you need ball handlers. So you have to ask a question. In your midfield, is Anthony Grant a better ball handler than the midfielders that he has selected? All right, pro football. I see you. I say it all the time. Paul Hall has one eye on World Cup 2026. Okay, so he has an eye on this, but if Stewart has to leave the game 10 minutes in, what next? Okay, I think you have to give the coach a chance. Remember, all right, let's look at look at some of the teams and just look at how they play. If Thiago was in the Liverpool, who would be the midfielders? Just check. There are systems that play when you don't necessarily play with somebody just in there to win ball, and that's his job. You look at the American midfield, they don't have a lot of players like that in there. So don't make it appear like the only system that works is a system where you have a man who can tackle and win ball and no, that's not the only system that works in football. Hey, listen, you can tell the man they listen to radio, Look, come now, come. Listen, you're not on the radio station, man. Create your own thing. Create some words for the vloggers. Don't take radio station argument about Bramble. So don't take the radio argument and about that Bramble. What is Bramble? You're saying the coach is Bramble because how can you say a coach is Bramble because the coach said tactically this man can't play my system? Are you calling the coach Bramble? This is not management argument. It's Paul Hall argument. What KSA 1 JM? What makes you more qualified than Paul Hall to say that his tactics and his selection is Bramble? Explain that to me. What qualifies you? Because on the management argument, this is Paul Hall's argument. So why is Paul Hall Bramble by choosing as the head coach of the national team to select one player over another? You have not seen the game played yet, and you are calling the man Bramble. Because you can't call me Bramble, you know. All I'm doing is telling you what Paul Hall said. So explain to me what makes Paul Hall Bramble. What makes him Bramble? On what merit, given his explanation, should Grant be in the team? Explain that. Okay, all right. Get your all sports, Jamaica. Balakar, Grant just not in the coach system or Hall no rate him. Simple as that. The man in your system, man in your system. If we need to sub Stewart, when the current squad can better shore up. Who tells you that he wants to play a system that he has somebody in there? That's what I'm saying. Where did you get the impression that Paul Hall's plan is to do that? Give the man a chance. You're going to play somebody who can win the ball and lose it. So when you say Bramble, remember, I am not the one who is saying this. All I am doing is repeating Paul Hall. I'm repeating what Paul Hall has said. So give me a good explanation as to why he's Bramble. Yeah, man. Badass, bless up, man. And thanks for the super chat. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, really appreciate it. Give the coach a chance. All I'm saying is if it don't work, come back now and say, Paul Hall, you were Bramble. Paul Hall, you should have selected Grant. Paul Hall, this is why Grant should have been in the squad. Because in the last 10 minutes, in the last 20 minutes, you cannot say that before. Right? Hall no ball more than everybody who you're yapping. MC Grant up close. He has a different idea of how he wants want the team to play. He doesn't think Grant. That's simple. There you go. So all you have to do is leave it until the end. Backup plan B if a lead is taken and to close out the game. I tell you, you play ball. Like, I would love to know if some of you guys actually play ball at the highest level. Because, let me say it again. Paul clearly stated that he's not just going out there to put out somebody who's going to just win ball. And then do what? You win the ball. What? You see, this is the thing. We're complaining. You know, many of you, me here come in chats and complain how we're not possessing the ball, how we can't keep the ball. Now a coach come and he's putting players in the team who can keep the ball. And we are saying that he should keep someone in the side who he believes don't have the ability in his system to keep the ball. The coach picked a squad he thinks will carry out what he wants tactically. We can say Mikel Arteta Bramble because he sell Ozil. Yeah. Pep, look what people Pep sell. Is he Bramble? Pep sell a lot of ballers. Is he Bramble? Marino sell a lot of ballers. Is he Bramble? Conte sold ballers. Is he Bramble? Good ballers. Wasn't Salah sold? All I am saying is this is what the coach has said. So I am waiting enough because I have clearly stated if I were picking the team, I would put Grant in there. Paul Hall don't think like me. Think like me. He has a different philosophy. I cannot question his philosophy when I have not seen it applied. And people do not use the Peru game to judge the man or his system. That Peru game, and he said it, I don't know if we listen. It was to give some of the players play time. What that meant is that players like Damian Lowe were not playing in the football at their club. That is why he wanted the Corey Burke and the Andre Blake, because he wanted them to get into the groove of playing football because they have been inactive for a while. And so they included in that squad some younger players. The whole purpose was to give playing time to the players who would be here to bring them to a level of fitness. The game was more about that. Yeah, there's a 6 year difference between Stewart and Grant. One playing ball, one not. Thoughts? I don't know, man. There you go, sir. So there are so many factors. I just think this is the first game. Give the coach the opportunity. Let's see. And the players, yeah. Football isn't played on on likes. Like men have secret for man. There you go, man. Let the game play. Mr. Mannings, man. That's a reactive approach in situation that requires proactivity. You want, you don't want World Cup. Well, at the rate we were going with Grant, we would not have gone to the World Cup. Grant wasn't helping us to go to the World Cup in the games. If you're going to look at that, come on, man. We still had 7 points. And everyone was one of the major problems we had was that Jamaica couldn't even construct 5 passes. We played against a Peru team. You see who Paul put in the midfield? Players who could pass the ball around. And there were sequences where he made 10 and 11 passes. So obviously he has a different philosophy. He has a different philosophy from Coach Whitmore. Coach Whitmore could play Grant because Coach Whitmore probably had a team that was going to play the ball long. You're going to lose all of them, so you're going to be on the back foot defending all the time. So you needed a tackler in that midfield because you're going to spend majority of the game defending. If Paul don't plan to do that, why would he want that? Think about it from that perspective. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. If you go back to even some of those Barcelona team and stuff, Balakar, Barca at their best had one CDM. Yeah, can please people. I am telling you, man. But it's good conversation. Yes, of course, Binzi. Hey, the people have the comment section. Uh Man says, personally, I'm not a fan of possession-based team. I prefer one with less side and back passes, but lethal with their possession. Yeah, man. A lot of emotions are selecting with and not logic, man. So who will back up for Stewart? All right. So let's see. Let's I again I want us to look. I wanted Coach Miller to come on. I wanted Coach Miller to come on because Coach Miller did a lot of tactical breakdown of because a lot of people believe that I keep saying it, that if you understand modern football, and this is part of what Jamaica needs to get is this idea of always wanting to tackle and stuff. Modern football is getting to the place where you don't have enough time to like tackle. Like tackling is like a last resort. You apply pressure, you bring coverage, you balance. You get to your spaces early. Maldini said that. Listen, if you have to tackle, you're already late. You read the game well. So you have to have leg speed to cover the spaces, to track the players, and all of that. One of the most important things in modern football right now is this. Is this. You know what it is? Your ability to keep the ball. It does, and I mean, when I mean keep the ball and create, not just keep the ball between your goalkeeper and your centre back. Because here's what, it wears down your opponent because your opponent running up and down. It gives you rest, and so we have to look at that. And this is what a lot of the teams have been doing. They wear us down. In Mexico, people think like we were in the game, people, but let's be real. Mexico could have beat we long before Grant come off of the field. And I think we forget these things. We look back now and we talk like Jamaica play good. Look how Grant was on the field. Before Grant came on, Mexico have we up 3. We were just in the game by luck, not by good defending. People, our best game in terms of defending was probably the USA game. And we defended well because we kept the ball better. The El Salvador game, we never defended well. We conceded 2. Special play by Mikel Antonio. Come on, just look back at the game. The area that we have been feeling the most is our ability to keep the ball. Ways. We're going to look at possible teams and sing. All right. Bless up, Gunners boss. Travis says, Hall is inexperienced. Grant and Maggie should be included. He don't have football IQ. That's what I commented that. What the status and Jamal are more upset about his absence and the inclusion of East and Clement. I think that is even a more valid argument. Jamal, man, try to tell them Peru game was never about the result. It was about getting some time for the off-season players and filling out the squad with local available players. Yep. Coach, him just attack the truth. Grant no inner Hall system. That's all. Stewart can tackle and pass well. Let's see if he turns up against Mexico. Yep, let's see. Even passing the ball a lot versus Peru, Jamaica still couldn't score. It's the players. It's the players, the program. Not the players around. Grant weren't passing upwards to. Williams was poor, not only about Grant, okay? It's just the way we were playing, awful, make it seem as if Grant was a savior. For me, it's neither here nor there. Grant and Haka, them just run down man and tackle. all right. Listen. Yeah, so let me get some comments here. Oh, listen, all right. If you want to call the program, we're gonna put up the number. You can call in and share your thoughts. I don't know, I probably would have been missing a couple of calls. So we have reached the hour mark. So let's drop the link if you're coming on. Please remember to have your cameras on and you can join. I'm going to pin the link in the comments section so that you can jump on and share your thought. We're still expecting Paul Young to be joining us at some point. Yeah, in the show. Remember to hit the like button as well when you come on, right? Um, yeah, so that's the link. For those of you who want to come on to the show, you can come and share your thoughts. Yeah, that's what it is. None of us don't know all the answers, so I think it's always in our best interest to just give the coach a chance. Just give the coach a chance. You understand me? I think that's our best bet. And then if he doesn't if his plan doesn't work, then we can criticize him. That's it. But outside of that, the coach need to be given a chance to execute what he believes works for him best. Um, Paul Hall, he has seen all these players in training, and he picks the players he thinks match what he wants. Simply put, and that's the thing. Like, and listen, this has given me so much encouragement because I think with this, it is showing that Paul Hall is not afraid to make the tough decisions. Let me say it again. Paul Hall is not afraid to make the tough decisions. So if he thinks you're not up to par, you're not going to be in the squad. But let me tell you this. Like I said, Coach Miller can't come on. But if you go to his channel and you look at the videos he did, you will realize, and I keep saying this, that the midfielder that did the best consistently for Jamaica is Devon Williams. Again, Anthony Grant committed to the cause, and you want that. But I must give the coach the opportunity to work his system and his plan before I become critical of him. Let me just pause this moment to say a big thank you to our sponsors, Launch Legacy. Launch Legacy, handle risk, seek legacy for all your personal insurance needs in Canada and the USA. Visit them at launchlegacy.com or call or text 647 989 0782. Also, want to say a big thank you to Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it most. Call them at 876-884-7390. They are in Linstead, St. Catherine, and they will give you loans up to $100,000 between 0 to 4% interest rate, no processing fee, and same day processing. Check them out and show them some love. Let them know you heard about them from I Am Sure Sports. You never know. You might get some additional visit. Do the same when you also contact Launch Legacy. Yep. Travis, you're not watching the games. So far, only Ravel and Speedy who plays them for us. I see you operate functionally in all the phases all the time. Yeah. Good start. Yeah. Yeah, man. Um, all right. So I just got a video, right? Am I able to show this video? Because if I can show this video, without it being a problem, what do you think? I can show it. Let me see if I can show it. All right. I'm going to show you a video. Let me see. Just give me a thumbs up if I can show it. Let me see if I can find it, and then you will understand what we talking about, right? And sometimes, you have to see. You have to actually see to understand what people are saying. And it's not being too overly critical of a particular player. It's just that you have to give the coach the opportunity. All right. So yeah, that's a very, very good idea. All right. I'm going to pin the video in the chat. Right. I don't want to get in any what you call any copyright issues. All right. I'm going to put a video in the chat. I'm going to put a video in the chat. It's on YouTube. I want you to take some time and watch this video. And then next time you talk to me, you tell me. It's in the chat. I just put it in the chat. I want you to check out that video. Yes, sir. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
They are great one. I go and listen to you put out the good work, same way, you know.
Yeah, man. What say you today?
Well, but the longest while now, you know, I haven't been on any of the programs. So you know it's good to finally be on the first one so far, you know, for the new year, you know.
Yes, yeah, man. So what your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Well, team looks balanced. I was looking for another CDM to be in the squad, but then you know the coach has his philosophy and his thing in his head, you know. So only him alone can really justify film thing as to why him pick film play. We just have to wait and see though. But so far I think it's the most balanced squad since World Cup qualifiers, you know. So see some difference in the Peru friendly, and me I hope say them senior players, you know, can
Yeah,
give us a better showing of Paula's philosophy based on what I saw in Peru with the local guys. And now we can beat Mexico because I feel we can beat all of them team here, you know. But me feel like the mentality we have first was just a bad mentality even before even the team because we have a look up point mentality which with me think we have a winner game teams players for the team selection, but we have a looker point mentality, and that did a beat we. So let's hope we let's
yeah. We
hope
can
let's hope
execute on
this
the
team
day.
have a winner game mentality going forward.
Okay, all right. So me just say this. People have pinned the thing in the chat. Watch it. It's not long. But this is Coach Miller, and this is one of the videos where he breaks down the work in our midfield in the games. Because sometimes when you watch a person always tackling, we don't realize when they don't have the ball, what are they doing? Because football is not just played when you're trying to win the ball. Football is also what you do when you have the ball. When your team have the ball, if 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 you win the ball and you give it to me, and then you are nowhere for me to give the ball back to you and to help me, what is going to happen? So I want you to look at that video. All right. You understand me? All right. See Balakar watching it. You see what Balakar is saying? That Watson right through. But just watch it and think. Just watch it. Um, Duckland says, will it be Paul win again? Tough. Yes. But that's the truth is I think like I said, um I think this person, King Jav, is saying that he agrees with you. He says he's right. The looker point mentality is disappointing. I think people are happy for the USA point we got at the stadium. Yeah, and I think I think that is what Paul Hall is trying to change. I think Paul Hall is trying to bring a win the game mentality, not get a draw. Let's go and win the game. And that's what the football, like we look at these games, and I think we were preparing not to lose. From what he I see from Paul Hall is setting up the team how to win. All right. Um, the movement of the ball is a general problem. Watching local football, you can see it. He needs people who are moving. There you go. But let's remember, yesterday we were looking at the team, but with what we have heard from Paul Hall, here is how I think he's actually going to set up this team. This is my thought. All right, you can stay on, so we can look. You can stay on. You can stay on. Right, Croc.
Yeah, man, I'm there
All
for
right,
the time, man.
all right. So let us look at the team that are selected, and we're gonna make a change. based on what we heard from Paul Hall. All right, based on what we heard from him, this is our possible 11. I think based on what he has said, um, Kevin Stewart is going to start. See if we can get this
Yeah.
in.
I like the formation there. That is my formation that I had in my head too, based on the players, the type of players that we have.
All right. I think I seem to be having a little bit of a difficulty here. Let's see if we can go here. Maybe because I had this up from yesterday. I don't know. All right. All right. So people, let's see if we can fix this, and then we're gonna bring it back. All right. So I think some things are going to change. Like I said, based on what I heard his utterance, I think he's possibly going to change how the team um is set up, right? So I think again it's going to be this 3-5-2, which gives us a little defensive protection, but also sets us up to be very good in the offensive third. All right, so let's see if we can get back in the names, and then we're gonna share the screen. So I want, like I said, the people, I want you to watch that. I want you to watch that that yeah that 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 video and tell me what you think. Tell us what you think. All right. So let's see if we can complete the squad, put it on the screen with these proposed changes. Uh, put East and Pinnock right here. All right.
But Mannings man, while I work for put up the squad. Only
Yeah.
thing that when me that really love though, me that love if boy, many of this would have be a bad thing, but me I think um it would be good like for tactics for when we are training and all of that, with tactics like we really just have it just a show like that as compared to other teams, But they really like the idea because I mean other teams like them do them look scouting and them thing.
Yes.
You understand? So it would be good if
If what?
they look, all right. This is just like all right. Just like we have like videos at the training sessions and up and thing like that
Yes.
before matches and we wouldn't talk and think. But I love if too much of that not really out. You know them way there. So then the people that really know other teams can really know scouting for kind of
No, but
figure
people
out
don't
or
scout
see
your training. People scout your games.
are looking for try to figure out to say all right then this them come with that them way there.
Yeah, I don't think people scout your training session.
Okay. Or them they really
People,
look for that.
there's enough information on YouTube about teams nowadays, man, and players. They
Yeah,
look at
yeah.
players and see strength and weaknesses of players. All right, so people, I think Kevin Stewart, and that is the starting 11. I think. What say you? Would you make any changes to that starting 11? I think, given what I heard from Paul Hall, I think this could be a possible starting 11 that he uses. What do you think, Crow?
I would more want Liam more instead of Maria Pastor.
You know what I think, though? I think because Liam Moore
Mm-hmm.
has not played any football since around November for his club, or probably
Oh,
December
okay.
for his club. I am, you understand me? I am
So
wondering.
maps would basically a play a sweeper then,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that not bad. That not bad. That sounds good. You know, it just basically map up half of the if any loose, anything loose on there. Good. But I like this setting. However though, the thing though, I was looking at Daniel Johnson starting.
Yeah,
Because
well,
Daniel Johnson I think is our most informed if I'm not lying, midfielder at the
exactly.
moment.
So listen, I had Daniel Johnson. I had Daniel Johnson starting, but I think Ravel is going to start. So if Daniel Johnson is going to start with Kevin Stewart, I think Speedy is going to be on the bench. But
Yeah,
given that
that's
I
what I'm looking
see,
at.
but given that I saw Speedy playing so much minutes in Peru, I'm wondering if he was trying to get him match fit and match sharp. But let's hear what some of the management. I think the gaffer did some scouting, so he picked a team based on his opposition attacking tactics. There you go, Rajic Sharp.
Because
Management
all right.
removed. No, you know what happened? Ruchin, I can't. This is how they are in the thing that we use. They don't. So probably like next year, the program that we use to pick the team, they will change it. I don't think we get to change the nationality. I'm so sorry.
Cause what I'm looking at management in, went to the fact that what's his name, Stewart is the only CDM and we have a makeshift CDM in Speedy. But I think you want to have the two of them on at the same time. So may I look at one to the fact say Kevin is injury prone. Maybe when that put on Speedy, give Kevin Stewart the start and then put on Speedy. If you get to me a choice as the only two
Okay. So
CDMs instead
you're
of
saying that
using
you're saying
yeah,
that you'd start Daniel Johnson
yeah man. And
and then
then put on Speedy
bring on if you have any issues, you bring on Speedy.
Speedy for yeah for Kevin. Cause
All
he's the
right. So
only one
so let,
otherwise who plays CDM.
all right. So let me ask you this question. Given what happened in the Panama game, people, given what happened in the Panama game, all right, you'd be playing a game now with I think Ethan Pino could be the first time he's playing with some of these guys. Um Stewart is a new addition. Um do you think this is a good mix to kind of keep the chemistry in the team?
Well, that's the next thing to look at too. And we went to the fact say Speedy and Ravel and Johnson would have played together at some point during
Only one
the
time they played
period.
in the campaign, It's only the
No, may I
Panama
say
game.
would have played at some point. Whether it be that Speedy and Ravel would have played in some point, or Speedy
Yeah.
and Daniel, or even Daniel and Ravel.
So that's why I was thinking that maybe for chemistry reasons, he would
Yeah,
start Speedy. If he's going to start Stewart, I think probably he wouldn't start because this midfield would be fairly new. Think about it.
yeah,
Ravel
yeah.
Stewart and Daniel Johnson. Can we into an important game like this go in with, like so many new players in key positions?
Yeah, that's so true. But I don't think well, many really I look for him and start the two CDMs then really. Cause them are the only two persons I want. But we have a Lamar Walker sometimes who can play cam, right? We have Daniel Johnson there, Ravel can play the cam, we have Peter Lee Vassell. So that's what I'm really looking at. So the only two CDMs I don't think it would have been wise to start the two of them, owing to the fact that Kevin is injury prone and you might not want him to play the full. So that's what I'm looking at still, but you never know.
Yeah. Ruchin, the first training session is today. because more players have come in. So the session is today. I like this one, Ricardo Baggio. Like again, my concern is I like Greg Lee. I like what he did when he came on in that game against the United States at left back. But again, so let me just put that in Ricardo Baggio. Um, the one issue I am is the amount of new faces into a starting lineup in a crucial game. Do we have enough time to get them to gel? Especially seeing that it's also possibly a new system. It's a more high press kind of a system we're playing. Ball possessing system completely different from what Coach Whitmore deployed during his leadership. How important, how critical it is that we keep more players on the field together who can do a job, who have played together. That is the only question. But I think Greg Lee is a good option. But do we want Greg Lee, Ethan Pigno, Kevin Stewart, all as new player playing? Playing too many new players. Ishmael King says he's skeptical about playing too many new players. What say you, Crooks?
I would have bring on Greg Lee still. I think I would start Taxi and bring on Greg Lee. In a little final, put on the pressure upon them. You know, the up, the
Yeah.
yeah, I would have bring him on to really put on the pressure upon them. But I would start Taxi and keep that chemistry on the back line. So only additional person would be what's his name? What's
Stewart,
his name? Not Stewart, man. That around the defense here, man. What's his
Ethan
name?
Pinnock.
Ethan Pinnock. So would be the only no face around there, along with guys who I think have some level of chemistry and have played together already. So I would bring on Greg Lee.
All right, so let's do that. I think so too. I
Yeah.
think Taxi Lawrence. And the truth is, let me tell you something with Kemar Lawrence. Kemar Lawrence has not been able to play the way he has always played for Jamaica in his early days, maybe because of falling in form, but his defending responsibilities have increased significantly because
Yeah,
we are
yeah.
always defending. Always defending, right? Somebody saying that Liam Moore is going to start over Mariappa. All right.
Well, it wouldn't really matter as I said before because the back line would basically be gel. So it wouldn't make a big difference if Liam
Yeah.
even come in for maps. It
Here's
wouldn't
what
make
I
a
think,
big
Ishmael.
difference.
I see a comment, Ishmael, but here's the thing. If I don't think you can have Kevin Stewart and Speedy and start both of them,
Yeah.
I don't think you can start both of them. Why? Because if Speed, you don't want to leave yourself short, right? You want if something happens to one, you can bring on the other one. You probably play one in this game and play one in the other. You understand me? Do it. Start one in this game, start the other one in the other game. But I would not start both of them.
No.
So if I start Stewart in this game, I'm going to start Speedy in the Panama game.
The good thing about this though, Marlins man, is that we have a lot of attacking players in the team in terms of camp. You understand? Because even Lamar can play there. Peter Lee Vassell, the same Ravel can play there, and Daniel Johnson has said before. But to use the only two CDMs, I mean, owing to the fact that Stewart is injury prone, would be like I don't think that would be a good idea because already Speedy, I think is a CM, he's a box to box player, so he's really a makeshift CDM who has really improved over the last period. To be fair, because Speedy has improved in his tackling, in his what you call his zonal marking, and Speedy is always moving. He's very fit. He's always moving, right? I also think Speedy has the ability to play the 1-2 games, but owing to the fact that he has to be playing CDM, he has to be doing a lot of defensive work, so he doesn't get that little free roll to pass and move to go forward. But I think he has that ability because if you watch Speedy playing, right, Mannings, you would notice that when him get the ball, him don't hold on it too much and always try to look for a pass and move to get it back. But him don't always get it back, but him always look for a pass and move. So if he has somebody who can play the ball, right? Who can play with him and make the 1-2s, I think that would be a big deal. But then he now is like the second string CDM to Stewart. So then there comes the next thing there. So I don't think the two of them, it would be. I don't think it would be good to start the two of them. That's just my view on it still. But I know Speedy has the ability to make the 1-2s still.
Yep. Yeah, I think so. For some reason, I think he's not going to play. Like I can't see him playing. So it's not an easy decision, I can't see how. Yeah, I think Speedy, like I think he has to have some familiarity in the midfield. So I don't know. I'm going to start Speedy. Is it over Devon or Ravel? I think he wants the creativity from. I think this is what he's going to do. In fact, I could see him playing it like this. We can't do that like a triangle, like when we're defending, where the two of them sit beside each other with Ravel ahead of them. But when we attacking, they become like a flat three, where Speedy and Ravel probably get to push up a little more, and Kevin kind of stays back.
Yes,
Yeah,
Kevin will be the one to kind of stay back to offer that coverage in case of a break. And just in case one of the left backs or the right back fail to come back in time, he can fill that gap while one of the midfield drop into his spot there. Just in case, just saying.
yeah. Listen, and let me tell you this too. We have been conceding a lot of goals from headers, square coming in, and people heading them in. So
So
I've
true.
watched Kevin Stewart, and he's very good. Even Ravel defends set pieces, very good, very good. I think this is where I'd give Mariappa the edge over Liam Moore, because you're going to have Raul Jimenez, very tall, very good aerially. I think we need taller defenders. I kind of find it that Liam Moore struggles when those balls, in terms of his timing and his leaping ability and winning headers in the box, right? I think this is where a Kevin Stewart in the middle, coming back to defend those players can help. And I think Ravel Morris can do that as well. I could also see the coach removing Ravel and starting Daniel Johnson, because Daniel Johnson is really in form at his club. 2 goals and an assist. Doing better than
Um,
Ravel. See somebody
uh,
here saying it, Andrew 55. So let's try that and see how it looks. Um Daniel Johnson, Daniel Johnson does a lot of work, when he plays in the middle of the park. There you go.
we haven't seen the best of none of the players yet still, to be fair, we haven't seen the best of none of the players yet. Because we yet to see a full game with Ravel starting as Cam
Yeah.
in the World Cup qualifiers, right? And we're yet to see the true potential of even Devon Williams, as I said before. Though he's used as a CDM, I think he will do better as a box to box. And we haven't seen that with him because he has been used to play CDM.
I think
So,
this starting 11 is a good starting 11 still,
mhm.
I think so. I like it. Well, let me just take a couple of comments. Duckland, you said that Bobby Reed is not coming to be on the bench. Listen, Bobby Reed should be glad that he's coming after the USA game. I think he should be happy that he gets to sit on the bench and come on this time and score. But I'm glad that they call him back and give him an opportunity, right, to redeem himself. So I think Bobby Reed is all right being on the bench. I can't see him complaining given what happened in the United States game if he is placed on the bench. Morrison needs to give us more forward passes. Um, That's a good one. Fresh, God
Yeah,
bless
but
up, bless up,
Morrissey
bless up.
need to get the ball more to make the forward passes, and players need to make themselves available.
Oh, Ishmael
That's the
King saying
thing.
that he doesn't think Ravel will start either. Let me just jump this one, get this one as well. I am hearing Raul Jimenez is unavailable for the match. Okay, that's good. That good. Jess and Andrew, bless up, man. Yeah, go ahead now. You were saying something before I
Yeah, I'm
will.
saying the team, to be fair, as I'm saying before, I don't think Ravel has played different from the USA game, right? That he came on for, I think he came on for what's his name, Lamar. I don't
Yes,
think he
yes.
got enough time as a cam to play for us to really see, and gets enough of the football to really make those passes. Because whenever he does come on, he shows that he has the ability to do them. But I don't think he has been given enough time to show that potential. And to be fair, watching the Peru match, it tells me a lot of things, right? I
Yeah.
watched the match about 3 times, maybe four, because it's the best I've seen Jamaica played in a long while. Though we weren't penetrating offensively still. We weren't offering much threat offensively. We're reaching at the final third still. But the movement of the ball and keeping possession, you could see that the defenders were more comfortable around the back. And you watch the match, man. Tell me if I'm wrong. The
Yeah, but I can't
defenders.
use. It's very difficult for me to use the Peru game
No,
to.
I'm
Go ahead.
making a reference to the fact that
Hmm.
persons used to go around the fact that players play to what coaches need. And when Whitmore was there with the players and the players were playing a certain type of way, have a lot of persons who used to say, boy, the player them not good and the player them not this, that's why they might do that and they might do that. And you not trust this. But we are seeing with the Peru friendly, where we have some young players who maybe never played before together, right? Coming together with some of the senior players and playing, and they move the ball quite well. Yes, you might say they have technical problems with them now. They are not as technical as other players, right? That we have in the senior team. But it shows that the coach's philosophy is quite different on the field. I saw less air balls unless it was necessary. And the guys moved the ball. Yes, they didn't even move it as well as we would have loved them to, especially going forward and penetrating Peru's goal area in the final third. But it showed that they have the ability to move the ball, and this team was the first to coming together, right? So that gives me optimism and now looking forward to the senior players who have a little bit more gel in them going forward to other matches. And I think we have the potential to get 9 points. I don't care who is playing. Even if Jimenez is there, I don't care who is playing. Are the top players, some of the other teams who we are playing is playing. We can beat all of them, and that's for a fact. So I have no doubt that we can use, we have the ability to play better football and beat these teams. Based on what I have seen with basically a pickup squad in the Peru match.
Yeah. Listen, because you see, football. I always tell people this. All right. You see, football and coaching. Coaching is not just the ability to have good strategies and all of those things. Part of coaching is being able to get the people. Watch this. It is the ability to get the people who you're coaching to do what you're coaching them to do. All right. That's the thing. It is very important to get the people to be able to do what you want them to do. All right. And that sometimes has to do with respect. How many, how many players had the kind of respect for the coach to execute what the coach was saying? I heard a story about a schoolboy team, not going to call the name, who who the what the person was basically saying to me is that the player, this is a schoolboy, has been so exposed to good coaching that every time the coach said something to him, the player would basically say, but that no make no sense. I'm wondering if during, the former regime, that when things were being said, the players were saying, but this no make no sense. So they never really carried out you understand what I mean? And and maybe Paul came with this, there is a respect that is already been given, and so therefore you're seeing more of what the coach wants executed on the field of play. I think that could also be a possibility.
That could have been. You
Yeah.
see the thing now. All right. When I look at 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 the World Cup qualifiers, right? And now we have we started all the qualifiers so far with a different team. There was never a moment where you could have said, all right, then this is the team that's going to start. As when you look into a Mexico team, you could tell who the defenders are who will start, possibly who the midfielders are. You get what I say? Constantly right through. There was not a point where you could tell that, all right, this is the case with Jamaica. There was always a different start from the World Cup qualifier start. There's a different team in all the games. There's a different starting team in all the games.
Yeah. And this is going to be a different starting team too.
Yeah, this is this is going to be a different
so
starting team. But I'm,
so
but I'm just
it continues.
I'm just making
It
but I was
continue.
just making reference to the fact that Tapa, the previous coach, obviously never settled on a possible starting level are major players to start to know that all right, then these are the major players. You understand? It was never settled. And
All right. Hold on. I love this suggestion by Tennessee Lewis. People, I want to tell me, how do you rate this team? Tennessee Lewis is saying that, listen, Bobby Reed on farm, he's doing well. He can play this position. He would give a lot of leg, a lot of speed, a lot of work. Why not play Bobby Reed right beside Mikel Antonio instead of Corey Burke? So I've put it up, Tennessee. People give me a shout, let me know. I also want to remind the people about this book. Are you see? I hope you're seeing it. Let me just let me just stop the screen. This book right here. See it? Yeah. I interviewed Garfield Ratty Robinson recently, and former Camperdown footballer, and he has written this book. And I'm telling you, you need to get a copy of it. You need to support him. I am a reader because readers are leaders. And listen, I've already started this, and this is a very, 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 very interesting book. You need to get a copy of it, whether you are a religious person or not. I think it will help you. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yes, I mean, management, most of these players are used to tactical instruction. Tapa never had no tactics to his game. Yeah, maybe he had tactics, but he wasn't able to get them to apply it because that's a big part. Can you get the players to do what you want, what you want them to do? That's a big part of it. Coaches, they say Happy New Year, Croc.
yeah, man, enough respect, enough respect.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what do you think about the starting 11? Inserting Bobby Reed in the starting 11 to play, with Mikel Antonio. With defending, he can also come back and play like a number 10 right there. I think this could work, because Bobby Reed is also fast. He can play the pressing game, and he's probably in a little bit more form than Corey Burke, who, because of important personal situation, wasn't able to go to the friendly, but is in the squad. Dean Sewell, bless up, bless up. We have a right to be critical on any circumstance, but what he wants to accomplish with the players, he believes gives him the best chance to execute his game plan. He should select such players. Exactly. That's what we have been saying, Dean. Give the coach a chance to select the players. And then when it doesn't work, then you can ask questions, but you can't be basically selecting other players and you don't know that his selections have not worked. Duckland says, I agree. Bobby Reed up front, and let's see what he has to offer. Yep. Again, big thank you to our sponsors. Yes, Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it most. You can call them at 876-884-7390, and they are able to offer you, yes, loans of up to 100,000 Jamaican dollars between 0 to 4% interest rate. Yes, and guess what? Same day processing. You just go there and you say to them, listen, I heard about you and I am sure sports. Also, want to thank Launch Legacy. Yes, handle risk, seek legacy for all your personal insurance needs in Canada and the USA. Visit them at launchlegacy.com or call or text 647 989 0782. Someone is right there now waiting to hear you call. Let them know you heard about them from I Am Sure Sports. Listen, you need to secure your future. What is going to happen to your sons and daughters? Yes? Yep. All right. Um, let's let's not play people out of position. I guess you're saying that Bobby Reed is out of position. Why are we doomed, Kingsley? Kingsley said that we are doomed. Dean Stewart said his tactics may work and the players may not execute the game plan to the fullness of the coach. We have to watch if we see consistent tendencies in what the team is doing offensively and defensively. All
Yeah,
right.
well said.
Um, I have no problem with Burke. Has not played for a while. I think Gray could be an option as well. Um, will not win. There is no skill in this team. All right. So who would have brought some skills in the team? Andre Gray up front with the boss. All right. Hey, listen, I'm telling you, you can imagine if they said, all right, the people on YouTube, pick the team. You can imagine
But
if that
but
would happen. And
to 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 be to be honest, man, I'm just getting this feeling that I don't think they're gonna start speed with Kevin.
yeah,
Mm, I don't think so.
who you think gonna start?
I don't think so.
You think you think Ravel and Daniel is going to start?
Me never know. Maybe he start speed with Ravel beside him and Daniel up front, and then bring on Kevin Stewart just to start that chemistry, and then bring on Stewart to to get some minutes. Maybe that's the case. Or maybe he starts you never know. Maybe he starts Stewart and Williams, as I said, but Williams playing up front a little bit further up with a Ravel.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know, but I don't really think the two of them. I'm just having that feeling though. I might be wrong, but I'm just saying,
All
the
right,
only two stadiums.
yeah, let's keep listening and making some adjustments. Oh, you're saying you're not
Yeah.
gonna start them. All right. The name of the book, Everton Jackson. Soon come to the rest of the comments. It says the name of the book is by Garfield Robinson. It is on Amazon. It is called Dare to Ask 35 Questions from Scriptures That Still Matter Today. Dare to Ask. That is the name of the book. Let me just get to some comments. Dean Sewell says coach is not going to give you their tactical game plan before the game, but after they will explain, if needs be, what they were trying to accomplish by certain decisions that were made. All right. Uh, Gunner's boss says, I believe that individual success is a myth. No one has achieved anything all by themselves. Whether you are a leader or a role player, everyone has an important function on the team. And Neo has picked his 11, and he has Walker and Flemo in it, along with Speedy Ravel, Stewart, Brown. Yeah, okay, so he has no Mariappa in it. He has no Stewart in it. He has no Daniel Johnson in it. He has no Kemar Lawrence in it. He has no Andre Gray in it. Completely different team. Um, I see here. Yeah, you're watching the game. I think so. I think low tackles too much sometimes. That's what I did. if somebody said to me they have an issue with Lowe and it is that he tackles too much, I would agree. Marlon Mercy says, I don't play football. Skill don't play football. The Englishman play position. They put themselves in goal scoring position. Yeah. Man, that's spectator opinion from before. I was born always picking the coaches started 11. Oh yeah. The leader said they're using Ravel as the weapon. So Manning's Ravel going to start. Okay, they're using Ravel as the weapon. All right. Good selection and formation. My only change is Lee for Taxi. And this says also Marshall could have traveled as well and not play, but he should get another chance. Well, he could not have traveled because remember, it was afterwards they found out that the test got mixed. Let me just say it. The tests were mixed up. Neil says, I think we can utilize Walker in an overlapping position with Brown behind him. I don't know about that. I would start Walker still, Neil. Man, I think the fans need to give the gaffer some room to construct this game plan. So far, in my opinion, I think has given the team the best chance to win. I think so. The coach need to be given a chance. So someone is saying that Ravel is starting. So who gets dropped? Speedy or Daniel Johnson? I'm going to go back to my team,
He's becoming an idiot right now.
yeah, because I think Ravel starts. I don't think he's going to play Speedy and Kevin. All right. So he's going to start one of them. So yeah. And I think just because he wants to get some scoreboard fit, um he's going to start somebody up front with Antonio just to keep some familiarity in the team. I don't know. I mean, but we're just speculating and guessing and thinking and suggesting what will happen. None of us know for sure. Yeah. All right, we have 7 minutes to go before we close the show. Remember to hit the like button. If you have not yet subscribed to the platform, please go ahead and do so. You can also leave other comments, and so we can check them and respond to you as well. We're closing out at 1 because we want to watch a JPL game so we can give a review and still continue to look at some of the players who are out there trying to make a name for themselves and trying to squeeze themselves into the World Cup campaign. If not now, maybe in 2020, 2026. I also have, um, you know, one of my fellow alumni saying that he doesn't agree with the exclusion of Anthony Grant. That's a management saying that here got that comment, but hey, listen, give the coach. I still believe the important thing is to allow the coach to execute his plan, and then if it doesn't work, then we can criticize the plan. But until then, we just need to allow him, give him the leverage to do what he thinks is best. I think he's more learned and qualified than most of us, so give him the chance. Yeah. So, Crook, just give me final 2 minutes. Um, yeah.
I'm definitely looking for nothing less than 3 points from Mexico because this is the game that is going to tell us whether or not we're in it or we are out. For me, basically, I think we need 3 points from this Mexico team because I just don't think Costa Rica has enough steel to really beat a Panama team that is fit bullying, um, fast at the counter attack, well gelled, and is known and have shown in recent games that they can come back from 2 down and 1 down. And at the final points of their game are very strong in the final minutes. They're very strong. So we're going to need this 3 points. Like really need these 3 points. And as I said before, looking at the Peru game with a pickup squad and seeing a tat of what the coach's philosophy is, gives me optimism going forward with this senior team that we can get these 3 points from Mexico. No doubt about it. Once as we go out with the fight, we'll go out there to fight for it, to fight for the cause, not for the coach as the coach said, but fight for the cause. Players in their rightful position and farm and working, fighting for each other out there as a team, then we can definitely beat Mexico. No doubt about it. And I'm looking forward to that match. I'm looking for 3 points, nothing less.
Yeah. All right. Wonderful. Thank you so much for jumping on, Crooks. Really appreciate you coming on to the show. First appearance for 2022. Blessings. And thank you, sir. All right. So people, as we put the lid on the show, just want to take a couple more comments. Why wasn't giving Mr. Tapper an opportunity to pick the team over the years? I think, I mean, yeah, listen, I don't know. I can only speak for me. People, in fact, used to think that I'm always defending Tapper. I think coaches need to allow them to pick their team, allow them to make their decision, and when the game is finished, you can criticize it. Don't open your mouth before, and then all of a sudden, you have to swallow your words. That my position has not changed. The book is on Amazon, but you can also call Mr. Garfield Robinson. They call him Ratty. You can also call him. But the book is on Amazon, but it is not available in stores in Jamaica as yet, but they can deliver it right at your doorstep. And so let me I'm going to put the number in, and he will distribute it. Just call him and let him know that, hey, I was listening to I Am Sure Sports. I heard you have this book available. I would like to get a copy. And he will give you the I Am Sure Sports discount. I don't know. We don't have any such arrangements, but I'm just putting it out there. If you tell him, he'll probably do that. But that's the number. And you can call Mr. Robinson to get your copy of Dare to Ask. Listen, reading is important, all right? Reading is important. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah. Yeah, man. Respect Rogic Sharp. We try to, listen, the important thing is just being balanced. You understand me? We have to be balanced and respectful. And I keep urging people. I mean, I went to pick up my kids from school. Yesterday. And could have had an argument. Because somebody bad drive me with the kids in the car. You know what I did? I just avoided it. I had good reasons to argue. I could have, but I just felt like society is such a way that I don't even want to see my kids see me operating in a way that justifies them behaving that way. And so again, I want to thank you all because we have had good conversations. We have had conversations that we don't agree on even the squad. We don't agree on selection. We don't agree on the plan of play. But we had the conversation and the discussion in a respectful manner. That if Everton sees Roderick, there's no animosity. I think I was sharing with you earlier where one of the talk show hosts and one of the sports program this morning was talking about just the need. Like it can't be that like there's this division and there's this war and there's this fight. Listen, there is no fight There should be no fight with the vloggers or the people in the comment section. Listen, choose and go and watch anyone. I tell subscribers, just just support it. This is a Jamaican thing. We're all Jamaicans. S- Subscribe to every single if you like sport, just subscribe to it and support them. Yeah, because everybody is doing it. And that's how we have to operate. We have to change this. Some of you, like, I'm telling you, I'm going to have to be leaving to go back in a while. I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm going to miss here. But let me say this to you. Like, some of you want to come here and you're thinking the place that you were born and raised in Jamaica. You have said, like, listen, I don't even want to go back there. And all of us together as Jamaicans must do what we can to change the narrative and recreate a better culture in our nation. This is out of the hand of government and police. We are citizens of this country, must do the little that we can to bring meaningful change. It may start with saying to a youngster, no man, don't deal with that way. One little word of encouragement could save an entire community. Let me close out with these two. Dean Sewell says, sacrifice is subjective term, but value to the team is of more important. Totally agree, Guru. Man in this man, you should have boxed down. No, I know. Listen, I had and I'm telling you, I had an incident last year where how I reacted was not appropriate because at that time my son was crying. This is a bus driver, right? And even my response, I think, scared my son because I ended up being in the police station with the guy. All right, just to resolve it because I could have taken other means. All right. And so I said, listen, when this happened today, I said, listen, this is a new year, man. And with all that is happening, I can't behave the same way. We have to grow and mature. And all of us need to do that. All of us. Tapa Whitmore pick his squads. That is a fact. Let no one fool you. Listen, I totally agree with that. I think and Paul clearly stated that he picked his squad. Paul has a very uphill task. How do you win 6 games back to back? Boy, listen. I don't know. I don't know. I know you're joking, man. We start with the one with the one up front of us. There you go, Dean. Fresh in alternatives to what's out there. Yeah, man. Blessings, man. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate the comments. So let us do that. Listen, man. There's somebody right now who you can add value. So I always tell people, you know what, one of my biggest things in life to add value to people's life. You know what I read? I read and I write down quotes because I said that, I just want to be able to be out there and encourage somebody. Because people having it rough. There's a youth right now who is being encouraged to do something wrong. But every time a person have a negative voice speaking to them, you can be the positive voice that speak to that same person. You have some young girls right now who are probably planning on leaving their mother's house and they just need you to tell them, say, listen, you don't have to do that. You have potential. There's a way out, a better way out. So let's do that. Let's try that. I challenge the 66 of us in here watching right now, and those who have watched before, to let us begin. See the persons overseas, you see when they call back, you see when they're sending all money to Jamaica, you have to make sure you ask them, what are you going to do? Make sure that they are using it for constructive things. Not to buy liquor and get drunk and, you understand me? Let all of us come together. Because if we don't do it, brethren, like I'm telling you, like, it's rough when you want to stay at Jamaica and you have a 10-year-old who said, listen, daddy, I don't want to be here anymore. It's rough when you have to stop your kids from watching the news. And you have to keep telling them that, no, man, they are good people. This is a good place. So let us do that. He was bringing the card at college. Why was bringing the school thing to that? The coach has led in one practice game and is now going into his first game and he is being chastised. I don't know how people like that, but it is what it is, Dean. You know it is. Yeah, man. If you don't have the skills, how you gonna play the position, sir? I don't know. But thank you so much, every single one of you, and thanks to our sponsors, Launch Legacy. Handle legacy. Yeah, handle risk, seek legacy. For all your personal insurance needs in Canada and the USA, visit them at launchlegacy.com or call or text 647-989-0782. Also want to big up Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it most. You can call them at 876-884-7390. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will be back, not like the Terminator, but with good content for your listening ears. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of the day, and stay safe and be good in all you say, all you do, and all you think.